A Russian missile reportedly flew deep into NATO territory. Poland says it was ready to shoot it down. And now one question is echoing across Europe and Washington. How close did the world just come to a much bigger war? While Russia unleashed one of its deadliest overnight attacks on Ukraine in months, something happened that has world leaders on edge. According to Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk, what appears to have been a Russian Kh-101 cruise missile crossed into Poland and exploded nearly 55 miles inside the country. That is not just another battlefield update. Poland is a NATO member, and any military incident inside its borders immediately raises the stakes for the entire alliance. Tonight, NATO commanders are being briefed, investigators are on the ground, and the world is watching to see what happens next. Here's what we know so far. Early Thursday morning, as Russia launched a massive wave of long-range missiles and attack drones across Ukraine, Polish air defense systems detected multiple missiles flying near its border. Officials say one missile crossed into Polish airspace and crashed near the village of Tarnowa, leaving behind a huge crater in an open field. Prime Minister Donald Tusk revealed that Poland had prepared to intercept the missile if it had continued its flight, but it impacted before that became necessary. If confirmed, this would mark one of the deepest reported Russian missile incursions into NATO territory since the war began. At the same time, Ukraine was enduring another devastating night. Russian missiles and drones struck cities across the country, killing at least 8 people, including children. In one heartbreaking attack near Kryvyi Rih, an entire family was torn apart when a ballistic missile destroyed their home. Parents and 3 children lost their lives, while rescue workers managed to pull 2 more children alive from the rubble. In western Ukraine, emergency crews continued searching collapsed buildings as families waited for news of loved ones trapped underneath. These are the moments that remind the world that behind every headline are real people whose lives change forever in seconds. The timing of this attack is impossible to ignore. Just hours earlier, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had returned from Washington after personally asking President Donald Trump for additional air defense systems. Zelensky later said Russia fired more than 70 missiles and over 280 attack drones during the assault. Although Ukrainian forces intercepted hundreds of incoming drones, he warned that the country is facing a critical shortage of air defense missiles, making every new attack even more dangerous. Meanwhile, Russia says the strikes targeted military infrastructure using precision long-range weapons launched from land, sea, and air. Moscow has not publicly addressed Poland's accusation that one of its missiles crossed into NATO territory. As investigators continue examining the crash site, officials will be looking for evidence that could determine whether this was an accident, a navigation failure, or something far more serious. This isn't the first time Poland has dealt with missiles linked to the war. In 2022, a missile landed near the Ukrainian border, killing 2 people. But this latest incident is different because Polish officials say the missile traveled much farther into their territory. That distinction matters. Every mile inside NATO territory increases pressure on alliance leaders to respond carefully while avoiding a direct military confrontation with Russia. As if that weren't enough, Ukraine also claimed responsibility for a drone strike that set fire to a Wildberries warehouse inside Russia, showing that the conflict is expanding far beyond the front lines. Both sides continue escalating their long-range attacks, making the security situation across Eastern Europe increasingly unpredictable. So now the world is waiting for answers. Was this simply another tragic consequence of Russia's war against Ukraine, or is it a warning that the conflict is moving closer to NATO than ever before? The investigation over the coming hours could shape the next phase of this war and potentially influence decisions in Washington, Brussels, and Moscow. Stay with us for the latest developments, because this story is moving fast, and every update could change the global picture.